gieo mầm yêu thương, hạnh phúc đồng hành cùng con trẻ. Gieo mầm yêu thương.
You're listening to the bilingual fairy tale series, a product from Cultural House of Youth in Ho Chi Minh City. Hello kids! Before we begin our story, I have a question for you. Have you ever tried to take or claim something that doesn't belong to you? Well, I sure hope that none of you answered yes to that question, since it is the wrong thing to do. To find out why that's wrong, it's best to learn through the story we have today, namely the 3 AXES. This is a very interesting Vietnamese fairy tale that I'm sure you will all enjoy. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Once upon a time, there was a poor lumberjack who owned only a single iron axe. Despite living in hardship, he was well known for being humble, honest, and hard-working. Every day, his job was to carry the axe to the woods, get some wood, and sell them at the market to earn money. He was also responsible for caring for and feeding his elderly parents. One day, when he was swinging his axe to chop a tree by a river, the blade on his axe suddenly got detached and flew right into the river. The lumberjack quickly jumped into the river to retrieve it, but since the water was too rough, it was dangerous to dive into the bottom. Exhausted, the lumberjack returned to the riverbank and burst into tears. "Oh man! How can I get timber without my trusty axe? What am I supposed to do? Oh!" At that moment, there was some rustling noise in the bushes nearby, and an old man with a long white beard and gentle eyes walked towards him. The old man asked, "What is the matter? Your crying sounds so heartbreaking." The lumberjack's eyes were full of despair when he answered the old man. "Oh, sir, the axe is all I have to do my job and make ends meet. My whole family relies on it. I accidentally dropped the axe blade into the river while I was chopping that tree. And now I have no way to retrieve it. I don't know what to do anymore." After hearing the story, the old man said with his calm and smoothing voice, "Oh, that's no big deal. Cheer up. I'll help you find your axe blade." Then the old man jumped into the rough water. The lumberjack was stunned, and he was about to follow the old man into the river to save him. But the old man emerged from the river safely. What's more, there was a shiny golden axe blade in his hands. He asked, "Is this the blade that you dropped into the river?" The lumberjack was amazed by the golden blade. However, it was not the same one as his. He replied, "No, sir, this one is not mine." The old man again dived into the river. A while later, he returned with a glittering blade made of silver. He asked, "Is this your blade then?" The lumberjack looked at the old man and felt sorry for the old man having to dive into the river multiple times. But still, that glittering blade made of silver wasn't his. He answered, "No, sir. This isn't mine either. My blade is black. It's really old and rusty." The old man dived into the river for the 3rd time and returned with an iron blade. The lumberjack exclaimed with excitement before the old man could speak. Yes, yes, this blade is mine. This is the one that I accidentally dropped into the river just a while ago. The old man climbed onto the riverbank and handed him back the iron blade. The lumberjack was so happy to have his axe blade back that he could not stop thanking the old man. There were sparkles in the old man's eye when he kindly said to the young lumberjack, "You are such a genuine, honest person. You did not let greed drive you by any second. These golden and silver blades are my gift to you. For your good nature, please take it." The lumberjack gave a bow and thanked the old man in every way possible. Then he happily carried 3 axe blades back home. You might not be surprised to know that the fortunate lumberjack had met a fairy godfather by chance. The fairy godfather had tested the lumberjack to see if he was a greedy man or not. If he was a greedy man, he would have claimed both gold and silver blades to himself. Luckily, the young lumberjack was a genuine person, and his honesty was well rewarded. But I wonder what if the fairy godfather had given the test for another person, someone who is greedy and selfish, for example. We will soon find out. Let's continue with the story. With the money earned from selling the golden and silver blades, the lumberjack could afford to buy himself and his parents a new home and new pieces of land. He continued to work hard and got richer and richer every day. A rich guy living in the neighborhood heard the story of a lumberjack blessed by the fairy godfather, so he decided to ask him how it had happened. The honest lumberjack told him the whole story. The rich man was very greedy, so the next day he carried an iron axe to the same spot in the forest, with the axe blade only half attached to the handle. As he settled near the river, he raised the axe to the air and the blade came flying into the river. He had yet chopped a single mark into the wood. His fake tears pouring out, and to his delight, the same gentle old man appeared. Exactly as the lumberjack's story. Without losing a second, he asked the old man to help retrieve the blade from the river's bottom. The first time the old man appeared from the water, he was holding the correct iron blade of the rich guy. But the rich guy shook his head and said, No, this is not mine. Mine looked much more expensive." The old man again dived into the river and came up with a blade made of silver. He asked, "Is this blade yours?" The greedy rich guy replied, "Oh no, the silver one is not mine. My blade is made of gold." The old man again disappeared underwater. The third time he came up was with a shiny golden blade. The rich guy was thrilled and said, "That's it, that is mine. Please bring it up here." Before handing the golden blade to the rich guy, the old man asked, "When I was searching at the river's bottom, I saw a second golden blade. That one is even bigger than the one I am holding here. Did you happen to drop 2 blades?" The rich man screeched in excitement. "Oh God, yes! Yes, of course! I dropped 2 golden blades! How silly am I to forget about that? Please, dive down at once and bring me the other one as well." The old man smiled at him. He disappeared underwater with the golden blade. The rich guy eagerly waited for him on the riverbank, dreaming of the things he could buy with the money gotten from 2 golden plates. But he waited such a long time, and the old man never returned. He waited that whole evening, and until midnight. Only then did he accept that he was tricked. The rich guy not only had to return home barehanded, but he also lost his iron axe blade. You see, kids, for some people, their greed knows no bounds. No matter how hard they may try to make something that's not theirs belong to them, in the end, it won't work. And on the other hand, the genuine and kind lumberjack had received what he deserved. That's all of our story today. We will meet again soon in another story. Bye-bye!
Gieo mầm yêu thương hạnh phúc